Hello? Can anybody hear me? If you can hear me loud and clear, I want to see you drop that emoji in the comment section. Come on, let's go, let's go. So it's 11:59. We'll start in another 1 minute. So we'll just wait for more people to join us before we start officially. Awesome. Adeola Babatunde says we can hear you. Great. Okay, so tell people, tell your friends, your enemies, and what of you, tell them to come join because this session is going to be very amazing. So I want to see more people drop the love emoji. If you can hear me loud and clear and you're very excited to be here today, let me see you drop that emoji. I want to see more, and more. Okay, it's 12 o'clock. But because we are brothers keeper, we'll just wait for more people to join and then we'll officially kickstart the session. Like I told you earlier, it's going to be amazing. It's nothing like you've seen before. And this particular session is important because it's going to be building up on what you heard earlier today. So you want to stay till the very end. You want to invite your friends, your enemies, your family members. Everybody has to be here. So if you're not here right now, tell them they're going to miss on a lot of things. Okay, so this is 12:01, and so we just start and expect that more people will join us as we proceed. Okay, so hello, Sabi people. Welcome to the soft skill session of the Skill Acceleration Bootcamp. It's day one, and I want to believe that you've been getting a measurable value because I have. Trust me, now is the time for you to sabi and even over sabi because you're going to be learning from the very, very best. My name is Rafiat Atonda, and I will be moderating this particular session. Communication is an integral part of the human life. Either you're a student, an entrepreneur, anything at all, you need to learn how to communicate effectively or risk being forgotten. Communication will give you a position at the table, but effective communication will help you sustain that position at the table. Why should you learn how to communicate effectively? Well, we've got a trainer here today who is going to be doing justice to this particular question. So you want to stay till the very end. Don't go anywhere. Any spirit of I have to leave this live session, say I cast you. Cast it now. So our trainer is Adeola Babatunde. I know you're wondering who is Adeola Babatunde. If I begin to read her bio, you will not leave here today. But very briefly, let me let you know that Adeola Babatunde is a quintessential speaker, trainer, and Africa's first online public speaking coach. That is huge. You know what that means? You cannot really miss the session. Adeola is a certified competent communicator and leader by the International Communications and Leadership Body. She is a distinguished Toastmaster. I don't know if you know what it means to be a Toastmaster, but if you know what it means to be a Toastmaster, you would know that the person we are bringing on board for you is nothing short of amazing, nothing short of excellence. So you need to ensure you stay engaged with her, have fun, and make sure you're learning at the point of it. So Adeola will be taking us through the art of effective communication, the art of effective communication. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is not a physical event, it is a virtual one, but I want to believe that you can begin to drop those love emoji, the clap, just clap. I want to see them in the comment section. So Adeola Babatunde, fantastic to have you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Rafiat. That was fantastic. Thank you. At some point, I was wondering, wow, this is me. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. It is such a pleasure to be here at the Skill Africa program today. It is such a pleasure, and I do hope that you would go away with wonderful, wonderful tips on how to improve your communication today. I promise you, if you stay for the next 1 hour, you will not remain the same. Yes, it is a promise. And I'm audacious enough to make that promise, okay? To help you improve your public speaking. So grab your notepad and a pen. As the facilitator, I have my notepad and my pen here. Thank you, Mohammed Kamara. I'll be reading your comments as I go, and I will be having a conversation. So from time to time, I will be asking for you guys to drop comments, tell me what you're thinking, tell me how you feel. So it will be interactive. Thank you, Daniela. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Victoria. Good afternoon, Oluwatomisi Impact. It is great to be here. So I hope we all have our notepads ready. Let us roll. Today, I'll be giving you tips on how to deliver powerful presentations, showing you the art of delivering powerful presentations. And I'll be sharing from my experience. Over the past 6 years, I have trained women from middle career, from career women. I've trained business women. I've trained women in the C-suite. I've trained women in middle level management on how to improve their public speaking so they can get the promotion they deserve and also do better with their businesses. Okay. And I'll be sharing those tips with you. Now, the very first tip, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Now, the very, very first tip I want to share with you is something that I use all the time. Something that I use all the time. So I'm not saying here what I haven't tried. I'm not saying here what I haven't tested. I'm giving you real life. If there's anything more real than that, I'm giving you real life tips that would really, really help you. Okay. Number one is start with something that would make your audience go, wow. Start with something that will make your audience go, wow. Now, I purposely used start with something that will make your audience go, wow, because there are many versions of that. You can start with a hook as we've known it in the past. You can start with something exciting, but I purposely chose something that will make your audience go, wow, for a reason. You see, let me share this story with you and you would see what I mean in quote. There was a young man who wanted to get a job. He attended 3 tests. He did the test for the company 3 times. Okay. So he did the first test and he passed the test. He did the second test and he passed that second test. He did the third test and he passed. He was elated, he was excited. And the final session, the final part of the test was an interview, was a physical face-to-face interview with the HR director, the department he was going to work, and obviously maybe the CEO. And so he was sitting in front of this panel about to take his, interview, about to be interviewed so that he could get the job. And guess what happened? He started to stutter. Now, he wasn't a stutterer. Like, he wasn't like a normal person that would say, he wasn't, but he couldn't get his words together. He just couldn't do that. He was nervous. He was anxious. And so one of the people on the panel, a Chinese man, one of the people on the panel said, why are you shaking? Why are you nervous? Aren't you the one that wrote all the tests? Weren't you the one that passed all these tests? And he said, Yes. And the man said, why are you nervous? Why are you so anxious? Right? The man said, there is a disconnect. He said, there is something. You can't be this good. You can't be this excellent, but be this nervous. Something is wrong. And because of that, they did not give him the job. They did not give him the job. Right? Now, let me take you to the interesting part. He didn't get the job, right? And then he prepared himself for the next interview. He prepared himself. He did everything he could. He got coaches, he learned, he improved himself, and he went for the next interview. Guys, I'm about to thank you so much. I'm about to share with you what the guy did in the next interview. If you were not paying attention before, now is the time to give me all your ears, your eyes, your mind, everything you've got. Right? He went into the interview and he did something I love, absolutely adore. He looked at everyone on the panel and he said, I am the one you are waiting for. I am the one you're looking for. Don't bother interviewing everyone else. It may just be a waste of your time. I have arrived. Oh my God. I want you to guess. I want you to guess what happened later. I want you to get. I want to see the comment session, please. In the comments, please drop it in the comments. I'd like to see what you think about that. Yes, Jokotola says OMG. Ohuka says, Chibu says, Wahoo. Yes. He said, I am the one you are looking for. Don't bother interviewing anybody else. I have arrived. Such courage. Yes, success said what's for me, such courage. What changed? Now, before we go into what changed, let me go into the opening. Because of what he said. Yes, Iron said he got the job. Yes, he got the job. He did get the job. Yes, Masood said he got the job. Yes. Yes, Owolabi is saying something important. Owolabi said, I think it's scrolled up a little bit, so I'm just going to look for it. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. So I'm just going to go into this. For instance, says confidence feels all the time. Now, let me share what happened at the beginning for you. The moment he opened his mouth, he said, I am the one you're looking for. I have arrived. Don't bother interviewing everybody else. I'm here. Don't waste your time. He opened with a wow statement. He opened with something that will catch, grab. You can use the word hook. You can use the word wow. He opened with something that caught his audience's attention. You see, when you catch, he was hired. Yes, Tessie says he was hired. He's so confident. When you grab your audience's attention from the beginning, what you are saying to them is, I plan to be interested. Listen to me. But if you don't do that from the beginning, now let me share with you a simple trick. So this is, a lot of people do this, and I say to people who come and take my online course, I say, this is what people expect you to do. The mind likes to be surprised. We like surprises. The brain likes suspense, surprise. We like things that would shock us. And that is why if you're watching a movie, you see many surprising moments. You're watching a particular series, and before you know what is happening, something is happening in the next season that is catching your attention. And towards the end of the one particular series, they're showing you something that you need to watch in the next one. There's a surprise they want to show you. Yes, there's a surprise they want to show you. And so when you want to start, when you want to get your audience's attention, don't make this number one mistake. So it's not a mistake as such, but it doesn't surprise the brain. It doesn't surprise the brain. And what is it? Listen to me, guys. This is it. Good morning, everyone. My name is Adeola Babatunde. I am Africa's first online public speaking coach. I'm an IFC certified master trainer. And today I will be taking you on the art of delivering a powerful presentation. What is the presentation? First, I'd like to define the word presentation. Now, while there is nothing wrong in its essence in what I'm doing, everybody listening to me expects me to start that way. Maybe not everybody, maybe a few people, or maybe most people. But most people, yes. Abu Garba is saying the mind likes to be surprised. Yes. Most people would expect you to say, hello, everyone. My name is Akitunde Sulaimon, and today I will be taking you on the art of powerful presentations. You see, so if you want to stand out, if you want to get your audience's attention from the very word go, do your audience a favor. Throw in an element of surprise and let them know from the onset that you're going to be interesting, that you're going to be powerful. Yes, yes, yes. Basilia Obona says, surprise the brain. Surprise me. Do something that will wow me and make me want to listen to the rest of the things that you're going to say. Okay? Now, let me move into the second point. I'll talk more about that. Hopefully, we have time. I'll talk more about that. Yes, always being spontaneous. And let me just quickly share 3 ways you can surprise your audience. Number 1, I told you to get your pen and your notepad. Number 1, do what I just did in this presentation. Do what I just did. I shared with you a short, simple story. A short, simple, and relevant story. So the story was relevant in the sense that it helped you see the power of a strong opening. It helped you see, and it was short, it was straight to the point, and it was relevant. So I wouldn't tell you a story right now while I'm trying to share with you about the powerful opening about how I had my children, right? That wouldn't be a relevant story, except if I can make it relevant, okay? So that is number 1. Now, one of the 3 ways you can, shock your audience and start powerfully, do what I did, share a short, simple story. Number 2, you can use a statistic that is not common, something that the whole world hasn't heard. So something like a statistic, you can use a statistic that is relevant to your presentation. It's something that lends credence to what you're trying to say, right? And the third thing you can use is to use a quote. And yes, I'm going to be using quotes today. Some mine, some not, but I'll be using quotes today. So 3 things I've shared with you. You can use a quote, you can use a statistic, and you can use a short story. I share many, many more tips in my online course, but I want you to write these ones down and try and use them from today. Yes, Mary Place, thank you so much. She says, relevant being the key. It has to be relevant. You can't just throw in a quote, a random quote to start. It has to be relevant to what you want to say. Thank you, Success. Thank you so much. Now, the second thing you want to do, the second thing you want to pay attention to, and this one almost seems like it is right in front of you. It is right. It almost seems obvious, but cliche. It almost seems like cliche, but it's cliche because it's true. One of my best kept secrets for delivering a powerful presentation every time. So example, someone is asking me example of statistic to use. So it depends on, Edem, it depends on your presentation. So for example, if I share the statistic with you that said 75% of people all around the world are afraid of public speaking, right? That is a statistic, okay? So it depends on what you're talking about. And if I reel out that statistic, then I'm trying to talk to you about the fear of public speaking and how to douse that fear, all right? Now, yes, so I see Telosma. Pascal, I'm not quite sure what you want me to tell you. Please let me know, all right? Yes, Okoye, a relevant question. If I start to reel everything out, we won't leave here today. We wouldn't leave here today. There's so many other tips, but I have to move on to other things, okay? Now, the second thing I want you to pay attention to, the second thing I said you should pay attention to when you're delivering a powerful presentation is practice, practice, practice. And a very dear friend of mine, a very, very, very dear friend of mine. I call him Uncle. I call him Uncle Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie said something very important that I want you to take away from here today. He said, only the prepared speaker deserves to be confident. Only the prepared speaker deserves to be confident. Yes, only the prepared speaker. This is one of my best kept secrets ever. I remember one day I delivered a presentation to a group of doctors. This was the World Health Organization, and we were invited to come and present to them at one of their meetings. And I prepared like no man's business. I sat down for hours and hours and hours. And when we were done with that presentation, we had 98% of people in the room say, you did excellent or you did very good. So we had people who could the skill was from 0 to 5. 0 was obviously you didn't do anything well, 1 was poor, 3 was average, 4 was very good, and 5 was excellent. 98% of people gave us very good and excellent because we prepared. And so anytime I want to deliver a presentation and I feel like I want to self-sabotage, I remind myself of that incident and I say, Adeola, prepare. Because if you don't prepare, then you don't deserve to be confident when you're speaking. Do you see? Yes. So preparation goes a long way. Edmond says, practice makes perfect. You may not even be perfect, but practice will deliver results to you. I used to do something when I was learning how to speak. I would take my pen, I would take my notepad, I would take my pen, I would write out my speeches in a paper. I mean, not necessarily, I can show you how to do it. You don't have to write it verbatim, okay? I would write it in a paper. I would go over it. I would time myself. I would speak. I would literally go through it. I would have someone listen to me. And when the person is holding the timer, when the time is up, she would stop it. I'll say, how many minutes did I spend? She'll let me know, and I'll go back and we'll go back over the speech. I will change a lot of things. I would do that 2 or 3 times, 4 times, depending on how many times I felt like I needed to do it. And I promise you, the speech I started with and the speech I ended with, the 2 of them are a world apart. I was always more confident. I was happy. I was always happy about the final speech. I was always happy about the final speech. So I want to help you. I want to help you today. I want to give you this gift. Don't underestimate the power of preparation, no matter how irrelevant, no matter how short, no matter how impromptu. Okay, if it's impromptu, you may not have time to prepare, but no matter what the presentation may be, you don't know who is watching, you don't know who is listening. And let me throw this in here. The reason you should get your presentation right, your communication right, and your public speaking right, whether you are a student, whether you are an entrepreneur, or a career woman or man, is because you don't know who is listening in that moment. And there is always someone who is listening to you that can help you. There is always someone who is watching you, who is listening to you, that can move you up, that can help you. Most times you don't know they are watching. Sometimes the person who is watching may not even know that they have the capacity to help you in that moment. But when you show up as your best self, when you show up powerfully with a powerful presentation, you go in there with a great opening, with a presentation you have prepared, you are setting yourself up for success. You're setting yourself up for what? Success. All right, let's move to the next tip. Preparation builds confidence. Yes, yes, yes. So let's go right into it. Let's go right into it. The next thing I want to share with you guys, the next thing that will make you a powerful presenter, whether you are at work, and I'll make a differentiation. I'll differentiate for those of you who work 9 to 5 and for those of you who are doing like business and all. The third thing, so I mentioned the first thing I said is have a powerful opening. The second thing I said is preparation, preparation, preparation. And I'm talking from experience here, guys. I know what I'm saying. All right. The third thing, yes, the third thing you want to do now is use stories. Use stories. Use stories. So let me attend to Mirabel real quick. I'm of the school of thought that people's opinion of you matters a lot. So don't show I don't care attitude to some certain things. So I guess we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in another, maybe in a few minutes if I have the time. We'll talk about that. There's a way you have to position yourself when you are trying to be confident and what you hear and what people say about you. And so I really do hope that we're able to touch that. And the third thing I want to share, I said use stories. Now, if you watch what I did this morning, I shared a story with you about the guy who went for the interview and became more confident the second time and got the job, right? I shared that story with you to get your attention, to get you to see the importance of a powerful opening. Do you see? Yes, thank you, better reviews. Thank you so much. So Olufowoko Temidayo is saying, what do I do when an interview rattles me down with questions I'm least prepared for? This is a question I answer when I deal with the how to prepare for impromptu speaking opportunities. And let me just give you a very simple answer. Number one, the very first thing you want to do when an interviewer rattles you with questions you don't have an answer to, be honest. But you won't just say, I don't know, and then look clueless. You say, I'm not quite sure about the answer to that. I would have to do some more research so I can give a more robust response. You have spoken English. You have communicated in a way that they know that this person is being honest. See, I prioritize honesty over just reading out, just saying stuff to fill up space. So tell the interviewer, I'm really not sure about the answer to that question. I would have to do some more research to give you a more robust and accurate response. Write it down. Write it. When you go for your next interview, say it. Use it. If I'm on the panel, I'd appreciate your honesty over you lying to me about what you don't know. And what would even be worse is I would know the answer. You don't know the answer. And you're telling me the wrong answer. I'm like, nah, it's not going to work for me. So yes, please, honesty. Okay? Yes, please. Answer smartly. Yes. Answer smartly. Now I was on stories, and I want you to see how stories convey, important messages. I'm going to share this story with you. This morning, my children and I, we saw a rat. We saw a rat. So we set a rat trap for a rat. We set a trap, right? And this morning, my son was like, oh, mommy. I'm like, what is this? We saw the rat. I'm like, oh my God. And the rat was really tiny and it was trapped. I felt bad, right? Because I just felt bad, right? I don't want to say I love rats. Oh gosh, no, I don't, right? So the rat was really tiny and it was trapped. And I did something I tried to do. I turned it into a learning moment. I said, this is a baby. This is a child. This child left his or her parents, didn't tell the parents where, let me just use he. Let's use he. I said, this child didn't tell the parents where he was going. I said, now the parents are looking for him. They don't know where he is. Now see where he has ended up. And I said, never ever go anywhere without telling your parents. Do you guys see? Yes. Yes. So I use that to teach them. But what did I do to you right now? I told you a personal story. I told you a personal story, right? Telling stories, using stories in your presentation helps you convey emotion. It helps you convey emotion. Thank you, Sally. Yes, nice moral lesson. I had to tell them the lesson, right? It helps you convey emotion. So imagine my children looking at the rat and thinking, oh, imagine us feeling bad about the rat. Imagine us feeling happy about catching the rat, but imagine us feeling terrible about a child being separated from its parents. As I'm telling you that story, you are imagining them thinking about it. You are imagining them going through the motions. And what a story does for you is it shortens the learning curve. So if I'm trying to teach you something and I share a story with you, it will shorten the learning curve. So if I'm trying to tell you what is the definition of safety, safety is the art of staying in one place and not allowing anything catch you. Why should you stay with your parents? You should stay with your parents because of this. I shortened the learning curve by sharing a story with them, by sharing an example, by showing them an illustration. Okay? Now, I use the word personal story for a reason. Whenever you use a personal story, you show your audience that you are vulnerable, that you are human, and that you can connect. See, in this day and age where we are all on Twitter, we are all on Instagram, we're all on Facebook, all we want to do is, there's hardly any more human connection, at least now that we are in this partial lockdown all around the world. So when you share a personal story, people feel more connected to you. They feel more connected. They feel like they know you more. Yes, vulnerability. Osapolo says vulnerability. Yes. Colin says the trick of storytelling. Yes. It's not a trick though. And so Olakunle Kazimi says, asking, can one tell a story when you're presenting to higher executive members in an organization? I love this story. I love this question. Thank you, Olakunle, for that question. And that throws me right into helping people who are in the career world to use this. So while you may not, I wouldn't expect you to go to work tomorrow. I wouldn't expect you to go to work tomorrow and say, good day, the HR manager, my CEO, on a hot sunny day while I was coming to work, I saw three men walking down the road and I ran and the man came. No, 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 no. I don't expect you to do that. Or rather, that may not be as official, okay? What you can do in a more corporate environment is use statistics. Somebody write it down. Use statistics, right? Use statistics. So, for example, you want to share something with your CEO. Say you want your CEO to buy this software. Yeah, actually remember this incident. So we wanted to buy a software. So when I was in 9 to 5, I was in training and HR. And so we wanted to buy this software. And we pushed forward the software. Oh, this software has these characteristics. It can do this, it can do that, it can do this, it can do that. The price is 5,000 euros, right? And the management didn't even, but they were like, we're not buying, we don't care about it, right? However, when we changed the language, we spoke management language. You use statistics that speak to management. Management wants to know, how does this affect the bottom line? How does this affect the bottom line? So come and tell me that if I buy this software, come and tell me that if I buy the software, I would increase productivity of 95% of people in the organization. And when I do that, we'll be able to increase profitability by 35%. Now you're talking. Now you have my ears. because now you're speaking bottom line English. Yes, you're speaking bottom line English. Tell me how it affects the bottom line. So if you come into my company, and you tell me, I will show you 5 ways to, execute. I'll show you 5 ways to execute your business processes in a way that it would help you improve your profitability by 55%. I want to hear you. I want to hear you. But if you just tell me that I want to sell you this sales tool that would increase your sales. Well, yes, increase your sales. I just want to sell you this software. Yeah, you use statistics that will help management, and you speak management English, which is, how does it affect the bottom line? How does it affect the bottom line? Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right. Yes, Esther says use statistics to speak to management. Okay, use to speak to management. And Ebosele is saying, what if your personal story affects the product? For example, I'll tell my boss that someone used a product and it worked. Oh, that's okay. So it depends on the industry you're in. For example, if you're in a business where we sell creams, let's assume that you sell body cream and you use the body cream. You are one of the people in the organization and you use the body cream. If you use that body cream and something happened to your hand, let's say you had like rashes, you can come to work tomorrow and tell management the story. Like, I used this cream yesterday. I had rashes on my arm, and this customers might likely be experiencing this. Okay, so that may not sound like a story, like, oh, story. One morning when I was using the cream, something happened. But you've used an illustration. Okay, you've used an illustration. So you've told them what has happened to you as a result of the cream. So it really depends on the environment you are in, the organization. So I'm looking at, if you're working in a bank, I mean, you won't go and see your CEO or the bank manager and say, dear manager, one hot, sunny, beautiful morning, as I strolled out of my estate. So just imagine that you're having a company meeting. It's Monday morning. Everybody's seated with their suits and tie. They don't have time for rubbish. And then you're busy going on about, and the Thursday morning, as I glided down the road, I saw a beautiful lady walking past me. Don't tell them that you learned it from Skill Acceleration Bootcamp, and don't mention my name in any way. I beg you. All right. Okay. So use statistic. And one of the ways you will get statistic for a corporate environment is if you're paying attention. Is if you're paying attention to your work. Thank you, Ayowale. Is if you're paying attention. Is if you're paying attention to your work. Thank you, Diego. If you're paying attention to your work, you see statistics everywhere. So, for example, the person working with you, Onye Michael says they will bundle you out. They will bundle you out. On a hot sunny day, I saw somebody rising. Who is rising? My friend want to rise. Go and make money, and let us have fun. Let us make money in this organization. Okay. So, as I was saying, you use statistics, and if you're paying attention, so the person working with me, if she says, I have noticed, so this Joseph says, don't mention my name as one of the participants. I love that. I love it. If you pay attention, if she comes to me and she says, I have noticed that 85% of our customers are career women and career men who want to move from middle level management to senior level management. If we focus on these people, we would increase profitability by 85%. That is an example of statistics that you use for management. That is an example of someone who is paying attention to the organization. And that is how you can get relevant statistics for your organization. I can rhyme. Did you guys see that? That is how you can get statistics for your organization if you're paying attention. You should put your hands together for me in the comment section. And that is another thing. See, that is another thing that I do in my presentations. Okay, that I want to give to you. It will lead me to my next topic. I know I haven't finished tearing stories apart, but that leads me to the next thing. Guys, have fun, relax. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. right? You see some people, they just once they say, excuse me, once they say public speaking, just public, you just get so agitated. You're so agitated, like, so, so ladies and gentlemen, my name. You start you're hyperventilating. You can't breathe. When you can't breathe, slow down, breathe out, have fun, relax, crack a joke or two. And if the joke doesn't crack, move on. Don't answer saying, did you hear the joke? Don't repeat it. Now, I use humor a lot because I love to have fun. Yeah, don't be tensed up. Don't be tensed up, right? Relax, right? Relax. I love what Sulaiman says here. He says, features tell, but benefits tell. I love that. Thank you so much, right? Relax, relax, have fun. It's not that deep. Yes, gracious, it's not that deep. It's not that deep, right? If you relax, and I will get to this point. Guys, stay with me. There is a point I want to hit. I have a high note I want to hit that you must hear. If you didn't hear anything I said, wait for that high note. It's not now, it's towards the end. Just wait. Hang on, hang on. All right, stay with me. Okay, relax. And that's my fourth point. It leads me to my fourth point. Humor and have fun. Okay, relax. Smile. Smile. Because when you smile, your audience is going to smile back at you. It happens all the time. I see it to my children all the time. When I'm squeezing my face, yes, I can be squeezing my face as a mother. I'm squeezing my face in the moon. I'm just squeezing. I'm squeezing it because somebody left the cup there. Somebody left the broom where they shouldn't have left it. Someone scattered their room. I'm squeezing my face. And they're squeezing their face back at me. But the moment I relax, you must build confidence before you can relax. I'm going to share how to build confidence. Don't worry. Calm down. Don't worry. Just calm down. I love it. I love it. All right. So someone said something very important here. If your joke doesn't crack, move on. Just don't repeat it. Just go. Don't say, did you guys hear my joke? Did it work? Didn't it work? Just move on. Okay? Just move on. All right? Now, that's about humor. And if you're not such an experienced speaker, just stay. You want to stay away from humor because if you're not really good with it, you don't want to feel bad about people not laughing at your jokes. Let me just share a tip with you on how to introduce humor into your presentations. Okay. Let me share a tip with you. Use already funny content. Use already funny content. So there are some things on. Thank you so much. Someone says amazing session. Thank you so much. Right? There's some things on Instagram that are already funny. I find Instagram very funny. Very amazing content. I'm so proud of our creatives. In the past 2 years, 1 year, people are doing amazing stuff online. Super proud. And so I see a lot of interesting things, and I can use that. If you see something that's already interesting and funny, you can introduce that into your presentation. So if I was having a personal presentation, I could just show that video, or I could narrate the experience. So use already funny content. So basically means it is tested and trusted. You get 5,000 people have laughed at it. 5,000 people have said funny, lol, ha ha ha, I can't laugh. So you're safe. That is a secret way to introduce humor. Okay, right. Thank you, Miracle. Miracle says use already funny content, relax and have fun. And I have a lot of questions here, and I'm really sorry I can't answer everything because I have a lot to share. And what I'm sharing with you is stuff I put into a 6-week online course. So I'm really, really sorry. I'll really try. I'll really try my best. So Tom Ford says, how possible is it to have fun during an interview? No, so you're not going to go for the interview and start saying, ha ha ha, I'm here, ha ha ha. Please don't mention my name. I don't know you, don't know me. What I'm saying about having fun is relax. So if you can't, I can have fun now because I'm the one talking. I can have fun now, right? But in the moments where you can't have fun, relax, breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay? 1 second, please. Breathe, breathe. In the moments where you cannot, yes, Atwe says that would be ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. And you probably will not get the job. Please don't say you know me. All right. Now let's move on to the next thing. We're moving. Temitope says don't mention my name. Yes, we're moving. So James is saying something. You really have to build my confidence. Mine is 15%. I want to make it 95% before the end of the presentation. I must be honest with you, it may not be possible in a 1 hour presentation, a 1 hour, 15 minutes, but I'll share something very powerful with you before I go. Now, the next thing I want you to pay attention to, and that will be, don't leave me. I love that. Don't leave me makes me laugh. What tips, Edmond Warburton? He says complete the tips. Please, what tips? I can't do everything in this session. Please complete the tips. I can't complete it. Which tips, Edmond? I would love to help you. Please help me. Which one exactly? All right. So the next one I want to share is your body language. I see this all the time. You're talking to me, you're trying to make me excited, and you're doing this. And the says, don't leave us. You say, don't leave me, challenge. Right? You're talking to me and you're doing this. So today we're on Skills Africa Bootcamp, and we are going to be sharing, I'm going to be sharing 5 things with you. The 5 things I'll be sharing are going to be, number 1, storytelling. Storytelling is very interesting. I just want you to look very closely. Can you see how my energy level is dragged? Even me, I'm struggling to follow me. I'm struggling. Your body language, I've put everything together. It's made up of so many things. It's made up of your facial expressions, your body, your hands, the tone of your voice, the way you see, the way my eyebrows are moving is on purpose. I purposely drew my eyebrows very well. I know it's nice. I know. Right? You have to use everything correctly. So you see what I'm doing? From time to time, I am sitting forward. I'm trying to show you guys that I am invested. I am interested. I am passionate. I'm not just doing it's not just that my eyes are just no, it's on purpose. Guys, I will drop my social media handle. Don't worry, I'll drop my social media handle. I want you to get it. You have to show us, give us a show. Give us a show. Yes, I know my eyebrows are nice. Even if you say it's not nice, I concluded this morning before I turned on my video that Adeola, you're looking pink. Yeah. So that is something I'll discuss at the end of this session. That is something. Just hold on, guys. Hang in with me. Ido says, as a Yoruba lady, I understand well the body speaks louder than voice. Yes. I love that. Be intentional. Be energetic. Somebody has said it. Be energetic. Your audience feeds off your energy. Don't allow anybody lie to you. You can't enter a presentation and be saying, so the purpose of the reason we're here today, we're going to have a nice time. No, we're not going to have a nice time. You're already showing us that we're not going to have a nice time. Give us a show. Give us energy. Let the room be vibrating. No, I don't now mean that you should now start acting. No. I don't mean that you should go to work tomorrow and say, fellow CEO, my CEO, my MD, the HR manager, I am here to show you that they said we should vibrate. Please don't mention my name under any circumstances. I don't know you. You don't know me. What I'm trying to communicate in essence is you've got to bring a certain level of energy, a certain level of passion that would show your audience that you mean what you are saying. Okay, one day, let me give you guys this gist. One day, Miracle said, "Let the room be vibrating." I like vibrating rooms when I'm talking. I like let the room be vibrating. Let them say that she has arrived. Yeah, I like it. However, it depends on the context. It depends on where you are, right? You can't go for an interview and say, "Hi, interview guys, I'm here. If you guys are not going to take me, I'm going to shake this place. I'm going to scatter this place." No, calm down. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. So it depends on it really depends on the context. Let me share this with you. So I spoke somewhere in the UK. And usually now, as a Nigerian lady, as a powerful Nigerian speaker, I went there with passion and power. Oh my God. And when I was done, ladies and gentlemen, the woman says, "Ma, you're a bit aggressive." I was like, "What? How dare you? Why would you do that?" Someone says I should come. I am calm. Adeola, I love it. Right? Otiogo says, Otiogo, you know me. Okay, we'll talk about that. Now, she said I was a bit aggressive because in that climb, people are more relaxed. They're more relaxed. And I came with a lot of energy, right? It was my own signature. I know better now. If I'm going to go to somewhere, a more relaxed environment where they don't like drama, I'll tone it down to suit them, right? However, I'm saying that energy you're giving off, that energy signature that you're giving off would affect your audience. It would affect your audience. I promise you. Do your audience a favor. And I say that it is the love for your audience that makes you engage, that makes you interesting. If I didn't like you guys, if I didn't want you to gain anything from this session, all I would just do was all I would do is just you guys, it'd be nice. I want you guys to just think about it and just do it. Yeah, I'll be using phone for you guys. I want you guys to just do it. I want you to think about stories, look for stories that would just be relevant, short, and very straight to the point. Okay, right? So right, know your audience. Victoria is saying something very important. Thank you, Victoria or Maojo. She says know your audience. Okay, so all I can't I'm trying to catch up with the messages, but would I really do hope I'll really try. Okay, so your body language very important. The tone, the tone of your voice. I can't discuss it all here. I share that a lot in my online course. I can't discuss it. The tone of your voice. Now you would have heard me say things like, I can take this. I won't say I can't take this. I don't know what is going on. I'm not even sure. Do you understand what's going on? Know your audience. Loving this. Know your audience. It will help you connect with them. I'm flat. Guys, let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you guys a secret. I once worked in a place, and whenever my manager would be talking, I'm not telling you, I'm not gossiping, I'm not shouting. You guys should not tell anybody, I'm not shouting. Whenever the manager was talking, I would be sleeping because it was monotonous. It was monotonous, right? And it's not just me. It's not just me. It's the human mind. It's the human brain. And that is why if you go into the cinema and you, she's going to say, tell me the secret. I just told you. Yeah, you'll be sleeping. If you go to the cinema and you will hear the sound, it will shock you. You hear bah, you hear bo, you hear be, you hear. Bah. They are jolting your senses. They are jolting your senses. Talking Kevin says we will faint. Don't faint. No, I'm no longer working there now. Tolu says outside my manager. I'm no longer working there. So you don't know where I work. You don't know who my manager is. You don't know. I now run my own business. So I'm not my own manager. Right? But you see what I did? At a point, I reduced the tone of my voice to get your attention. And I said, I want to share with you a secret. Guys, I said, I want to share with you a secret. Thank you so much, Victoria. I said, I want to share with you a secret. And you listen to me because I changed the tone of my voice. But if I was just doing, I want to share with you guys a secret. This secret is going to be it's going to change your life. It's going to make things that work for you. Even me, the speaker, I won't listen to myself. And I won't listen to myself. You don't know him. Chibuzo, you don't know him. You don't know him. You don't. No, you don't. Augusta, thank you so much. He says, yeah, Joy Atogala says, almost been in class with a lazy, with a boring lecturer. Yes. Okay. John says the basketball, speak to us. I'm listening to you guys. So you see, when you change the tone of your voice, you are helping your audience. You are helping them see. You are helping them see. Chendo, I'm seeing you. Ejiak, I'm seeing you. You're helping them see, right? You're helping them understand. You're helping them follow you. You're helping them follow you, right? The tone of your voice, the way your body is moving, the way your head is moving. See the way I'm sitting forward, right? And so for those of you who will be doing virtual presentations, just like I'm doing, you see what my body's doing. I'm inching forward. I'm leaning forward into my camera to say, I'm serious. I'm about to give you a nice, so who was saying receive a pastor? So if you're going to go the way of receive pastor, Skill Factory Africa, please collect the offerings because they have changes to receive pastor. They've changed to pastor, so please receive the offering. I'll count it. And if anybody should drop 59 notes, I'm watching you. I'm watching all of you. All right. So yes, I love that. Ejiaka, he says in music there is something called crescendo. I love music. And so I can imagine what you're saying, Ejiaka. I can imagine what you're saying where there is a crescendo, where the music just go up and like, wow, yes, you alternate your voice. Okay. So let's move from body language. Before we will sleep on body language, I can stay here on body language. All right. Your hand gestures. Now, there's something I want to lead you into today. There's something I want to share with you. There's something I want to share with you, right? A powerful way to deliver a presentation is to do your research. Write it down. I beg you, write it down. And so Centurion says, when my lecturer decides to reduce her voice without even using public address system, we know that, I guess she's saying something is about to happen. I couldn't read that. It went all the way up, right? I guess you're saying something interesting is about to happen, right? Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, research is a great part of presentations. Write it down. Tell them Adeola Babatunde said so. Yes, my husband is going to pay more. I'm always using his name. Tell them Adeola Babatunde said research is powerful when it comes to presentations. What do I mean? If you don't sit down, think about the statistic that is relevant. Think about the stories that are relevant to your presentation. You will mess up. You will mess up. You will be disgraced, embarrassed. So said, don't leave us. What are you talking about? Research. Yes, hand gestures. Research is very important. See, guys, I'm a public speaking coach. I had to do this presentation. I wrote stuff down. See, I wrote stuff down. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adeola Babatunde. I wish you can see this. On my computer, I opened a Word document to put the things I'm going to talk about. I'm not trusting in my confidence and saying, oh, I know it. I'm just going to go there. I'm just going to sit down, shake my head a little bit, just use red lipstick and just, bamboozle them and I'll be all right. No. Part of the work you do in your practice session is the research. What are you researching about? What stories am I going to use? You search for it. What statistics am I going to use that will be relevant? You search for it. Don't get tired of researching. Yes. You do research. Thank you. Justice Moroye says statistics, facts, and figures. That's the work. Because a lot of people they're not proud of what they're going to say. They're afraid of what they're going to say because they haven't done the necessary research to be sure that what they're saying is right. That's what you're afraid. That's what you're afraid. Other forces, am I enjoying this Ofofo side attraction? No, don't tell anybody. I'll tell another Ofofo before we end. I'll just slip another one inside, just another one. Right? You research. You make sure. He says, actually, you understand me? You research. You make sure that you go in there. You go in there and you look through. You say, what statistics would help my audience see what I'm saying? What stories can I share that would help them understand? That is the research I'm talking about. And then you write it down. And so when you are delivering your presentation, you are dropping it like gems. You're dropping it like gems. That is what I did in this presentation. That is what I'm doing. So I'm not telling you something I'm not doing or I haven't tested. These are tested and trusted tips that I'm giving you that Skill Africa Bootcamp is helping you access for free. I love what Evan said. Research will boost your morale. Oh,
my goodness.
Rafiat has come to round it up. So
this is amazing. I am learning. Are you learning? If you've learned something really valuable today, I want to see your emoji. I want to see it in the comment section. Adeola is amazing. Initially when we wanted to start this conversation, I told them that they were in for a great deal. They thought I was joking, but I want to believe that they've seen it for themselves now. You're really, really amazing. Thank you so much. And as a person, I have learned so much in the limited time. I wish you could continue and go on and on, but there's no time. So thank you so much. You're really grateful. We're blessed to have you here. And all of the tips you've highlighted, they are things that even I, as a person, I've been doing comparing for some time now. There are things that I still do. I could remember when I was struggling with a particular word, I would stand in front of the mirror. I would tell myself, Rafias, you are not Olodo now. The word is plasticity. Break it into syllable. The root word is there.
I love it. I love
It
it.
was that serious, but
Yes.
eventually I got it, and that is the joy of it. And each time I get to tell people this is what I did, the struggle I went through to learn how to pronounce this particular word, they are laughing. I'll just say, okay, no worries, I'll put you to the test. This is the word, pronounce it, and you see people biting their tongues.
I know.
So
I
thank you
imagine.
so much. Practice
Of
is
course.
key. Researching is key. Having a powerful opening, all of those things you've highlighted, they are very key to having an amazing presentation. Thank you
Thank
so much. Really appreciate you for sharing your time, your knowledge, your perspective, and everything. So now we're going to be taking a few questions from the comment section. If you've got any questions, I haven't seen questions yet. And before that, let me let you know that more than 500 individuals are watching you live. More than 500. And more persons are still going to see the replay of this video. So thank you so much. You are inspiring people, you're impacting lives,
you.
and we are
Thank
very blessed to have you join us. So while I'm still expecting questions from the comment section, let me ask you this. There are times that when you're making a presentation, you are confident, oh, I can do this, I will wow everybody. But something happens and overconfidence sets in.
you.
So, how do you manage the thin line between being a confident speaker and an overconfident speaker?
Overconfident speaker. So for me, I really wouldn't say that overconfidence will lead you to doing it the wrong way. What you should put ahead of you, whether you're confident, overconfident, or not so confident, is the love for the audience. The love for the audience. I love these guys. I want to help them understand what I'm communicating. I want to help them see what I am saying. If my overconfidence will get in the way of that, then I must drop it. My communication, my presentation is the purpose is to serve, is to help. So if my overconfidence is getting in the way, if I feel like I know too much, no problem. But is it helping? Is it serving? Is it helping? Is it serving my audience? Right? That is the question I always like anyone to ask. And I think with that, you can put things in perspective. So it's okay. You can say, oh, I'm super confident. I can do this, I can smash it. Will that attitude help your audience better? Will that state of mind help them? If it would, in your perspective, go ahead. If it won't, then make the necessary adjustments to help your audience.
Interesting, interesting. Thank you so much. I've got a question here in the comment section. Mesoma is asking, what is the best way to end a presentation?
You end a presentation short, sharp, and with something memorable.
Hmm.
Something memorable. So
Hmm.
it also has to be relevant. The keyword today, one of the keywords we threw around today a lot was relevance. You can't just
Hmm.
use a story. I can't share a story with you now, Rafia, about how I traveled to Las Vegas and how somebody wanted to take my bag. How relevant would that be? So yeah, so when you're ending a presentation, you want to use something short, something sharp, and something relevant. You can end with a quote. You can end with a call to action, particularly if you're selling something. So you can say, ladies and gentlemen, finally, I'd like to leave you with this quote. Only the prepared speaker deserves to be confident. Thank you. Pam.
Awesome.
Don't add too much. Speakers, we like to talk a lot. So you not add, and finally, and lastly, before I go, after I said that, be short, sharp, and leave.
Just kiss it. Keep it short and
Listen, love
simple. It
it.
always wins.
Yes.
Okay, so we have another question here. Didi Jaja is asking, how do I overcome my fear and nervousness? I feel confident until I get to the stage, and then I begin to stutter and shiver. Please help me, ma'am.
So I'm going to write an entire book on this. Number one, let me use this to touch. Let me use this to touch on the what I wanted to share. I promised to share something before. Let me just use this to touch it. The way you feel when it comes to nervousness and anxiety, you're human and it shows that you care. So one of the ways to reduce nervousness is to practice, right? One of the ways is to practice, right? Try and make sure that you've got everything set before you go on stage. However, when you start to feel, let me use myself as an example. When I start to feel nervous before I go on stage, there's something I tell myself. I have a ritual. I'm going to say it in my mother tongue and then I'll interpret it for my international audience. Rafiat, I know you don't understand what I'm about to say. I'll say, I'm going to say in my poshest British accent, if you can take it. Can you take it, Rafia? I'll say to myself before I climb that stage, I'll say, yalla ya anybody.
Wow.
This would say, like, I don't care whose mother is watching. I know I'm feeling nervous, but right now, Adeola, I don't care who is watching. We're gonna do.
They have to listen. You're giving them information.
Come on, like you're gonna listen. I'm gonna speak. When I'm done, you're gonna spokesperson. Like I'm going there. I'm building myself in that moment. I'm taking control of what is going on in my mind. I'm saying, Adeola, you're gonna daze them. You're gonna wow them. Do you know the song I was listening to before I came on this call? I was listening to Icon Living. I'm a living legend. So what am I going to come and say that you will not listen? Do you see? I'm making sure that my mind is in the right place. So I'm feeling nervous, but I'm sending a signal to my brain. The legend is about to go up. The icon is about to go up. Even the nervousness will be afraid. Like, to be like, they have arrived. I need to exit. So you change your inner monologue, change the things you're saying to yourself. Have a ritual. Tell yourself. So maybe you're telling yourself, I'm afraid. What if I say rubbish? Tell yourself, what if I say great things? What if I say stuff that will wow them? What if I say things that will make them believe that I'm the best thing after sliced bread, before sliced bread, and in the middle of sliced bread? Do you see? You walk up. Write it down. It's a quote.
Honestly, I feel like it's, primarily about having a positive mindset. Like you said earlier, I'm going there to wow them. I'm going there to give them all my best. I'm the best speaker ever. I mean, I'm not going to be bothered by anything. I'm going to go there and just give it to them. So yeah, it's really about positive mindset and self-affirming, telling yourself that you're good enough. You can make things happen. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. So we have something here from Skill Factory Africa. Thank you so much, ma'am. We love you.
Thank you
so you can
much.
share
Thank
any book, please. I would like you to share any book or resources you have that some of us would like to access.
So one book I know that always helps because I train women directly is Confidence Code by Kathy Kay and Claire Shipman. Powerful book on helping you to boost your confidence. If you read that book over and over, it would really help. I know that Lean In by Sheryl Sandberg. Lean In is also a great book. So I'm mentioning books to help women here, but yeah, those books have helped the women I'm training, and they would help you too. Yeah, those two books. Okay. Those two books. I just like to drop them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me also add that you can follow. Not even you can. You should be following her on IG at Public Speaking for Women. The 4 is the figure 4, not FOUR. Public Speaking for Women. She puts out amazing, interesting content, and I also know that she has courses that are not free, and some are actually free. So you can reach out to her. Send her a DM. She's going to respond to you. You just have to be confident. Like I told you at the beginning of this session, good communication will give you a position at the table, but effective communication would help you sustain that seat. So if you really want to sustain the seat, you need to ensure that you're, building yourself, you're getting the required knowledge, the resources, and somebody like Adeola Babatunde can help you make that happen. So if you know you've learned something here today, I want to believe you have, because I have, as you know, as an individual. If you know you've gotten more than enough, you've gotten more than what you bargained for, I want you to drop a love emoji in the comment section. Let's appreciate her. Let's clap,
Thank
show her
you.
all the love. I mean, she deserves it. She gave us so much more. So I want to go now to the comment section. I want to see you type, show her love. Let me see the love, clap, fire, anything, or anything at all you want to put there. I want to see the energy. I am not feeling the energy yet. Stella, thank you for coming. She's doing this for us for free. She's, giving out so much value just to ensure that you and I will become better people, to ensure that we sabi and even over sabi. This is the period to sabi. This is the period to upskill. This is the period for you to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So if you know you've gotten so much value from her today, I want you to show her so much love.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone. Oh,
I can
thank you.
see the love.
Yes, I can see it. Thank you, Ogechi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Rafael is out, and I don't know why. Thank you so much, Ma, for this
You're welcome.
amazing section. I was not
Too.
supposed to come on live, but I really needed to do this live to say thank you in front of everyone. And please, I'm going to be sending you a message. If you have any course, just give me the link so that I'll put it out on the Telegram group, as well as the link to your profile. And then there are books you mentioned. I don't think anyone got it, so you can actually still give me the list. We have a Telegram group. I'll just put it there as well. Thank you
I
so
send it to
much.
you via
God
email.
bless you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So should I
No,
send it to
no,
you
via
via email?
Instagram. Instagram. No, no, I'll send you a message now on Instagram.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
me.
All right, thank you so much.
All right.
Yes, we're
Have
so,
a
so
beautiful day.
grateful. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Mwah. Kisses.
Thank you. All right, Rafia, thank you so much. You did an amazing, amazing job. Wow, I'm super pumped. And this is just the second section. Now, imagine having all of the other sections together. At the end of the day, we will sabi indeed.
Sabi would love.
Thank you so much. All right, guys, we need to go now. The next section is by 3. I'm personally inviting you to this section. She's somebody I look up to, and I really, really, she's really inspiring. In fact, we're gonna drop her bio on the Telegram group. You would see it for yourself that you do not want to miss out on the section. And the topic she's treating is very important. How do you build your social capital? I mean, if you want to make money, if you want to get you whatever connection you need, it's about the network of people around. And she's going to be sharing with us strategies to having quality network and how you can leverage on that network to get the success that you need in your life, in your career, and your business. So please don't miss the section by 3 p.m. and see you there. Thank you so much. Rafiat, any final words?
Yeah, so I just want to encourage people here. It's not just enough for you to learn. It's not just enough for you to consume knowledge. You need to ensure that you're producing. So everything you've learned here today on how to make a powerful presentation, you need to ensure that you begin to practice them. Remember, Adeola Babatunde mentioned practice. Practice is key. Every morning, or maybe anyhow you want to do it, you put up your schedule, speak in front of the mirror, get people to talk to, make sure you're practicing. Don't stop practicing. Practice is key. Thank you so much. See you by 3.